Father, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I mean, a sense of shock there in the community. And obviously, as the local priest, you knew these victims.
Yes, there's just, as I described it, a tsunami of grief there's a tsunami of grief here in our community. Yes, I knew most of the people who were involved in this, and our hearts go out this morning to the families, and also I'm asking the people right across the country, and we're getting those prayers from across the country and right throughout the world for those families, and in a particular way also for those who remain ill in hospital as a result of this horrific accident that happened here, that was visited upon us or happened in Creeslough. And we're strengthened by that support that we're getting. It's like a tidal wave of support coming from right across the entire island and beyond in Australia, and from Irish people and people here from Creeslough living in other parts of the world. And that means so very much to us at this time. Pope Francis has sent a message to the people, assuring them of his prayers, and the British Prime Minister, among others, has also sent her support to us. And I ask you to continue that support, to pray if you pray, to light a candle if you cannot pray, or to keep us very much in your hearts, whatever it may be. We are grateful for that support.
Absolutely, Father. I think that this has rocked not just Donegal, the country, the world. And listen, I grew up in a small community, a little village where everybody knew everybody. And you can see that in Creeslough as well. You have been there as the bodies were removed from the rubble, along with the community, along with family members. How difficult has this whole situation been for you and for everybody in the small village?
Father Pat McGarvey, who is a native of the parish, was here with me, as were others. It's just heartbreaking. There are no words to describe it. Words might find us. It's devastating. It's for everyone. It is as if it's members of your family that have died. It's like a family community. The people know each other. People are related to each other. And just last night, as one of those who died in the terrible tragedy was brought home from Letterkenny, the people stood out along the road for miles and had candles lit along the road, and just showing their support, people wanting to do what they can do. And can I just just mention something this morning to you? The first responders, the locals who responded first, the emergency services, the Gardaí, the rescue services from both north and south, and those who went in there and searched for the people, and then the recovery operation. I have been speaking to the families of the bereaved, and the families of the bereaved want to send a very clear message to you this morning, to the people who operated the machinery, to contractors and so on, and people from this village and other villages. They are very grateful to you for what you have done. You may be suffering this morning the terrible pain of shock, because I could see it on your faces as I saw grown, hardened men and women standing around and crying. As I saw that empathy you expressed to the families, they are grateful to you this morning, and I know that you who responded are also suffering, and I encourage you to reach out to your local doctors and to others, and to the services the HSE are providing. And please continue talking to people, because it has also had a massive impact on all the people who were there on the scene of the tragedy. So please reach out and please seek any help that you need, because this is beyond anything we can comprehend or imagine, and the reality of it is only starting to strike us now, the reality, because we were numbed, we were shocked, and the reality of the situation is beginning to unfold as we see those who died in this terrible tragedy coming home now from the morgue at Letterkenny Hospital to their family homes and so on. We're beginning to realise that the terrible tragedy that is here in Creeslough.
And Father John Joe, I mean, you're saying that to reach out to people, and I know last night there was a vigil, so people are coming together, and that will give people there a sense of comfort also.
Yeah, people are supporting each other. People are calling to the homes. As you said, you're from a small rural area and you understand that. Family members, the extended family, the community, everyone is trying to support everyone in the way that is best, in the way that they can. And so also are the services reaching out, and the empathy from the Gardaí who are going around the houses, speaking with the families and so on, and helping the families. And that is so evident, that has been evident throughout. And the support, people just wanting to support in whatever way that they can, and the best support that we can give at this time is our mere presence with those, and just give that hug or hand, you know, just be with them, be those ears, I don't know, just to listen to people. And that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing as a community.
Father, we can only just say thank you so much, and I think
Can I just say something very? Can I say something very quick to you? We are now entering into a period of personal grief and private mourning, and the media have been so respectful throughout, and I thank you for that. And I want to just say it here this morning. And I just ask you, I ask the media, not just you, but the media generally, to give the family as much space as possible, because they need that space, they need that time of personal and that time of privacy. And I thank you for what you have done, and I appreciate what you have done.